Atheism is the lack of belief in God. In atheism, there was a big bang that created the universe and all life. Humans evolved from basic forms of life over billions of years. There is no sin, but there are moral wrongs and rights, and a moral line must be decided by each person. Each individual holds their own beliefs about salvation, but most atheists do not believe in it or see a need for it. Atheism does not support the concept of an afterlife, and most believe that when you die, your conscious mind is gone forever. Everything that exists in atheism has no objective truth, and there is no real point to life since we are just the result of a cosmic accident. People are free to commit whatever actions they want, and therefore people can commit actions that harm others and cause suffering. Agnosticism is the belief in the existence of a god or gods, but he is unknown or unknowable. It is impossible to know how the universe was created because God is unknown. Most agnostics agree with the government's laws and the golden rule, and that is where they get their morals from, but they do not believe in God's law and sin. There is nothing after death, therefore there is no need for salvation. Nothing happens after you die because there is no way to provide foolproof evidence for heaven or hell. Since the existence of a god or gods is unknown, the only reason we're here is to enjoy life and reproduce. We're simply here to exist. There is suffering in the world simply because humans have a tendency to be selfish and do bad things to each other. Deism is the belief that God has created the universe, but he separated himself from us and abandoned us. Obviously, the origin of life is that God created the universe. Neither Satan nor hell exists, but evil is still in the world. Some deists do believe in salvation, but some do not. There is no dogma on this matter, so it is up to each individual. There is no single answer that encompasses all deists, but some do believe in an afterlife, while some do not. However, most believe that there is no hell. Everything that exists has no objective truth, and there is no real point to life except for what you make it. God is not present to prohibit any suffering from happening. Therefore, man is left to their own devices to face evil and suffering. Monotheism is the belief that there is only one God, and that he is all-powerful and he intervenes in the world. A single God created the entire world, and nothing existed before creation. Sin is a moral evil that stands as a deliberate and purposeful violation of the will of God. The only way to gain salvation is through the one and only God. God will judge all human beings, determining their fate in a potential afterlife. All human beings exist to glorify God. Suffering is a direct result of sin and is opposite of everything that God stands for. God is not the cause, nor did he create suffering. Polytheism is the worship of or belief in multiple deities or gods. Life began when the gods emerged out of nothingness and began creating the world. Sin can be cleansed by going through rituals or enduring it for one or two more lives. There is no original sin in many polytheistic religions. Salvation can be attained by works, knowledge, and devotion to the gods. Reincarnation is based on karma, which could lead to heaven or hell. The point of life is to act righteously towards others, succeed in life, please the gods, and eventually become enlightened. Suffering arises from our ignorant actions, and it is an integral part of human life that will continue to happen until we break out of this cycle of life and death. Pantheism is a belief that there is no divine personal being, but rather everything is of a cosmic or divine essence that flows throughout all things in the universe. Essentially, God is the universe. A divine being did not create the universe. Instead, creation is ex deo, out of the hands of God, and life flows from the divine essence. Anything that would destroy the divine essence is evil. Environmental destruction and actions against social justice are evil. Since people are reincarnated in attempts to become one with the divine essence, salvation is not a doctrine of pantheism. People are reincarnated over and over until becoming one with the divine essence. To become one with the divine essence, you must become enlightened through meditation and channeling. That is the point of life to a pantheist. There is no suffering or evil in the world other than what goes against the divine essence.